Hey gang, welcome to Coffee Break TV. If you're new, please comment, like, and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section. So let's see what's new.
Also, if y'all haven't heard, the federal hiring freeze has now been extended to October 2025. I think it was October 15th or 17th or something like that. But anyways, yeah. So this is what it looks like is gonna keep happening until the courts decide if they're going to allow the rifts or not. So just to keep y'all posted, FYI, now the federal hiring freeze is now to October.
Right now, due to a lot of things that's happening in education or just in the world in general, there has been, I just left a meeting with my staff meeting, and they just showed us there was like 10 districts that are on a hiring freeze. Okay, they're not hiring any teachers, they're on a hiring freeze. They have several campuses closing because of funding, right? And they don't pretty much know what's going to happen, right? And so, which is scary because now that those schools that are closing, that means those parents have to either find a school that's closer, which means you have to go out of your way to get your child to school, or find a homeschool program or a district that offers homeschooling, or where you can learn from home but you're still attached to the district, right? It's all of this is like trickling down everywhere, which is scary. Where in my meeting, a lot of teachers was like, let me go find another degree. Let me figure something out, because a lot of people right now are not understanding or aware of like what's going to take place or what's next, right? For our district told us we're good, but something just don't be sitting right with me sometimes, right? So I don't know. Start teaching your kids at home as much as you can, because education is not looking good for us. Okay, and this just started like not too long ago, so we just don't even know, like next school year we don't know what to expect, depending on where you are, what city and state that you live in.
Who else just can't get a job in 2025? I have been unemployed for the past 3 years, and I've spent the last 2 years trying to get a job. And tell me why some of the jobs I applied for, when they didn't respond to me 7 months ago, they respond to me now. Like, just to throw it in my face that I'm never getting a job. If you got a job out there, you lucky, bro. You're so lucky.
I'm curious, for people that are in the healthcare field, are your places of employment still hiring, or are there some type of like hiring freezes? Because the hospital that I work for, they're not hiring right now, at least in certain departments. And at other hospitals, I've heard recently that they're not hiring as much right now, probably because of the healthcare insurance cutbacks that they're doing. But I'm just curious, are you guys experiencing this as well?
Hello and welcome to Coffee Break TV. Have you experienced this in your employment or at your job site currently? Are you getting information about hiring freezes? Are you short staffed? Because I feel like in the places that I work, they indicate that they are giving no raises and that we're on a hiring freeze. So what does that mean for the industry? What does that mean for the jobs? We're already short staffed. There's not even enough people, not enough employees, but we're not taking in anymore. So the current employees are working harder day to day. So have you found that in the industry of, for instance, healthcare, hospitality? Where do you work, and are you seeing the same things across the board? And or if you don't have a job, a lot of people don't even have jobs. They keep putting in applications, hundreds of applications, 50 applications, 1,000 applications, and still are not finding qualified jobs. Is it due to hiring freezes? Or are we just pivoting? Is the world pivoting to a more digital aspect, AI? What is the holdup? What is causing so many to go unemployed? Let me know. Love to hear your thoughts. So please comment, like, and subscribe at Coffee Break TV. We'd love to see you in the comments, and let's see what else is new.
Anyone else get their job offer rescinded this week? So for those of you who don't know, there was a presidential executive order placed that basically placed a hiring freeze for all federal employees. And I thought, oh, technically, and it said vacant. So technically my position's not vacant because like I'm filling it. Like,
bro, I have been looking for a job for the last 4 months. I even went up to Costco and asked for the HR department. I said, hey, I'm looking for a job. The lady told me, we're on a hiring freeze.
Girl, why did I just find out about the hospital hiring freeze? And mind you, I just had an interview. Not even just, like, probably, what, today is the 8th. I probably had an interview about a month ago for a hospital. And mind you, with my credentials and everything, I'm like, okay, good. I got in a bag. Like, y'all, I have everything that they needed, and these were new positions, so there was nobody in these positions. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's in the bag, easy. No callback, no nothing. So I'm sitting here like, I'm wondering, like, every week, I'm wondering, dang, what's going on? Like, I should have got that position. Like, they had.
I hate when people say, why don't you get a new job? Why don't you get a better job? Why don't you go work somewhere else? And in this economy, like, we in a whole recession out here. It's silent, it's quiet, but we in a recession. If you look at how these charts just showed, America only added like 22,000 jobs, like recently or whatever, to whatever statistic. And that just literally shows that the country is not creating new jobs. And if you have a job, you're better off keeping your current job, because if you try to go look elsewhere for more employment, jobs just aren't hiring. They're on freezes. I know the state I'm in, they do freezes periodically. They're just not creating more work for people. People are more unemployed than ever. So telling somebody to get a new job, it's like, don't quit your job right now. If anything, try to get a second job, but don't quit your job. It's hard out here.
Bruh, I'm getting so frustrated. I just literally called a job on Friday. They said they're hiring. Going yesterday was Tuesday. They said they're hiring. I sat there for an hour and a half, do everything. Today I get a call back. They said they're not hiring.
This job market is a joke.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe at Coffee Break TV.